Hello and welcome to Module 8 for EDCI 5700 for the spring 2026 semester. And I'm already into the web page for Module 8. Photo I am sharing with you. I took this a couple of years ago, and this is of the Steens Mountain. That's in southwestern Oregon. You've got the high desert that hits those mountains, and it's just pretty when you're driving along on your way between Boise and Nevada, and you see the mountains, especially late winter and into spring when there's still snow up on the mountains. So you're watching the introduction and instruction recording. For this module, we'll have you read chapters 13, 14, and 15 from Creswell and Guterman. And we'll go in there, and those chapters go into qualitative research designs, qualitative methodology, grounded theory, ethnographic, and then narrative designs. And as you read, consider the following. What qualitative methods could you employ to better understand your topic? Of these three, which design would be most useful for a research topic and why? And what are the limits of these designs? Then the supplemental PowerPoints that go along with the readings. First in chapter 13, grounded theory designs. And for that, the learning objectives are define grounded theory research and describe when to use it and how it developed, distinguish among three types of grounded theory designs, identify the key characteristics of grounded theory research, identify some potential ethical issues in conducting grounded theory research. Number 5, describe the steps in conducting a grounded theory study. And then finally, evaluate the quality of a grounded theory study. So chapter 13 is on grounded theory. Chapter 14 is on ethnographic designs. And the first learning objective is to define ethnographic research and describe when to use it and how it developed. Number 2, identify three types of ethnographic designs. List the key characteristics of ethnographic research. Identify potential ethical issues in conducting an ethnography. Describe the steps in conducting an ethnography. And finally, list criteria useful for evaluating an ethnographic research study. Okay, and then chapter 15 goes into narrative research designs. And the first learning objective is describe narrative research, when to use it, and how it developed. Identify the types of narrative designs. Describe the key characteristics of narrative designs. Number 4, identify potential ethical issues in gathering stories. Understand the steps in conducting narrative research. And finally, list criteria for evaluating a narrative study. Oh. And I have provided YouTube videos, grounded theory, ethnography, and narrative research design, give you more information about these three types of qualitative research designs. And post your module reflection. Here you go. And then take the quiz. Click here to take the quiz. And the suggested completion date for Module 8 is March 29th. And that is getting us very close to when the next paper is due. That is the annotated bibliography that's due April 1. And there are examples of the annotated bibliography in Canvas. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any questions about the papers and the feedback that I've given on a paper, either the quantitative or qualitative, let me know. Yeah, so let's And that concludes the introduction and instruction for Module 8. Take care.